California Endowment funded 14 places around California to make change. What I'm going to do today is to kind of explain to you the process that the California Endowment is asking, what can we do in the next 3 years? What do we need to do in the next 3 years to then be able to move on to the next phase? What I want to do is to kind of give you a sense of where you start and where you need to finish. And then through the process of doing it, that's how you're going to learn and create it, and you'll have an opportunity to really refine it. But the logic model process is going to let you say, wow, here's this big list of things. Let's prioritize. What can we do in the next year? What can we do in the next 3 years? What do we need to kind of push off right now? It's a process that is really designed to allow everyone to have equal input, and that's the way that this is structured.
I have a question. It seems like a lot of them have overlap, and maybe I'm getting ahead of things, but is it okay that there's overlap, or does the community endowment really see them as sort of separate outcomes with different strategies to achieve each outcome?
I think the answer is a both and. I think it's actually both of those ideas that that they are overlapping. They're all related. And then the next step with that is for each community to understand how they're related. Because the endowment didn't say, oh, number 1 is the most important and number 10 is the least important. What the endowment said was, we have 10 outcomes that we want to prioritize in communities, and we want the communities to figure out what are the most important and then develop their own process to understand how they interrelate and then also how they might be sequenced. And the targeted change is really what needs to change and what are the problems. And it's also, you have to ask in this piece, who needs to be targeted to achieve the desired change. And by who, it's population, it's neighborhood, it's whatever entity. It's also organizations, it's system. How ready are we to do this? Is this something that we can do in the next 3 years? It's really getting clear on what are the resources that we currently have in Merced that we can build on, and what are some of the gaps that we have that we need to address.
What I'm struck with is the irony of what you've come up with in terms of organizing the community, and the fact that not everybody in the community is going to know, not everybody's serving on a committee, and you want to get that out. We can contrast that with our representative form of government and those people that are sitting there who are supposed to be representing our views. And not everybody can be present at those meetings. Not everybody is going to know. So how do you deal with the people that are sort of, for whatever reason, let's say they work 14, 16 hours a day. Okay, let's say they're working 2 or 3 jobs to hold family and hearth together. How are they going to be engaged? And the answer is, not everybody will be. And it gets back to the gentleman's comment about what sort of a process is it? Is it a majority rule process? Yes, it has to be, because you're never going to have consensus. And so you need to be real clear in terms of communicating that to people in the community.